She wants to set up something in Costa Rica for me to come to Costa
It's
Rica.
going to be worthwhile.
Yeah.
But in Italy it can be possible. So when we discuss this,
I'm ready.
I will translate for you. I have to carefully.
I'm ready to go.
In Italia, they need so much.
Yeah. Well, everywhere right now.
Right now the world is mango. Okay. You wake up like, oh,
Yeah.
is anybody happy down there?
Yeah. People are very, very stressed out.
But we don't need
Yeah.
to.
But see, they only know what they've made. See, that's all they know. And breaking those mind patterns that have dominated us
That's what I'm
is
saying.
very frightening.
People, they read books, spiritual books, nothing else. My
Yeah.
friend said, it doesn't matter how many books they read, spiritual courses, yoga, they go back what they are.
Yeah, because the mind always wants to go back to what it's been familiar with.
The ego.
See? And yeah, our self-made thoughts. While new growth is pushing us, we're being nudged to
Ego is
to
very
grow,
selfish.
to grow. And we can only grow with the vibration of love.
So the ego demands attention, and when you start to enlighten yourself, they call you back again. Right?
Yeah. Well, the mind goes, we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until through your devoted and committed practice, you become solidly rooted, grounded, established in this self as opposed to this self.
The
See?
fake self.
The fake
collapsing.
self and the true self. And so we have two thought systems, and two opposing thought systems cannot occupy the mind at the same time. It causes conflict, it causes struggle. So we struggle against what we are and what we've made. And what we've made is of the ego, a false self. So our beliefs are illusions, and illusions are deceptions. And we are deceived by the form. I look at you and I think, oh yeah, you are this, you are that. But there's so much more beyond the physical. And in order for us to see, because we think with thought, we see with thought. So in order for us to see through eyes of love, some form of spiritual practice is essential. In fact, it's critical.
Yes.
So this self, so you become rooted, grounded in the awareness of this self. And the more established you become in this self, this other self just is dying. It just,
Collapsing.
yeah, it's just dying. See, because every time you give your attention to what is real, a loving thought, the loving thought dissolves a fearful thought. And we have eons of thought patterns buried within us at a subconscious level. And so they have to come up to be healed. And what frightens us more than, are you recording? Oh, you are. Okay. I thought I was
That's
just.
the beauty.
I thought I was just talking.
Well, that's the beauty.
We never did an opening, but we will. Eons of thought patterns deposited in the mind. See? And so through your practice, through your devotion, what you've made is coming up to be released. See? And what you're really releasing is the thought, your ideas, your beliefs. And you're seeing the effects of it, which is the experience. But there's no effect without a cause. Because we live in a universe of cause and effect. It's the only universe of cause and effect. So everything that happens to us is what we want to happen. Because it came from a thought. And our thoughts are either loving thoughts, which are our real thoughts, or fearful thoughts. And our fearful thoughts are our false beliefs. They're illusions. And illusions are beliefs in what is not real. So again, we have accepted the unreal as the real, and the real became unreal to us. And so where we are in our evolution now, we're being forced,
Yes.
pushed, nudged to wake up. And when we begin to wake up, you have to have some form of spiritual practice or some form of, or someone who can support you from that vibration, because they're not supporting your illusion. See, this is why in my world, I say, God, I don't know who they are, but whoever they are, bring them. Because all they're going to hear is the truth. Only the truth will set us free. I cannot support their illusion, because no illusion has any truth in it.
Can humanity deal with the truth? Those days, they're still resisting?
Well, more now than ever are awakening. Because we have to come to the awareness, to the recognition that, you know, I'm not at peace. I'm not happy. I want something more. See? We can, our material wealth has exceeded our spiritual advancement. Acquiring, attaining, achieving, accomplishing,
Technology.
you know, everything outside of us. While the inner is just waiting for us to come, look within. That is where our strength and freedom lies, is looking inward. And the more you can give to your inner world, the faster you will accelerate, because you're merging, you're aligning, you're blending, you're establishing a relationship with that self that you lost the awareness of while in this third dimension. And that's what the mystics mean when they say, after you've transcended it, you're in it, but you're not of it. You've transcended it. But you're in it, I'm in it, because I have work to do. I have work to do. I have a sacred contract that I agreed upon, we all have, to fulfill. A sacred purpose. See? So you need the form to fulfill the purpose. But within your mind, the formless and the form have merged together as one indivisible, unchangeable, changeless, eternal, immortal self. Cannot be changed. And this awakening for us has to be gradual. We cannot have an immediate, it's very rare for someone to have an immediate awakening. It would be too traumatic. It would be more than your nervous system can handle, because the mind is already in a frightened state. It's not in its natural environment. So too much light coming in too fast would put us in a state of panic, and the mind is already in a state of fear, because you're identifying with a false image. An image is thought. And the thoughts you've made are your beliefs. So you're responsible for your thoughts. No one is responsible for anything that happens to us, because you're either using the mind or the mind is using you. And most people are not using the mind is using them. Our fearful, illusionary beliefs. And our beliefs keep us in
Lethargy.
bondage, trapped. It's like you're in a prison within your own mind, locked and without a key. And then for many of us, when we begin to feel the nudging, the needling, and the promptings going on within us, we sort of just dismiss it as being nothing. Even I did that. But in fact, it's your higher self nudging you to wake up from the dream state. and move in a, raise your vibration and move in a higher direction.
Yes, yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
I spoke to a friend of mine, security, no? God, he believes in God.
Uh-huh.
Then he believes in guns.
And believes in guns?
Yes. I said, you are contradictions.